Speed is one of the most important things in boxing, especially if you are in a lower weight division. It takes many different requirements to master speed in boxing. Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, and Ryan Garcia, all of them are insanely fast. There are many aspects which you need to learn in order to be a master at speed in boxing. Yeah, so we will cover both speed and footwork in this video because both of them are very important if you want to be a better boxer or a fighter. Most of these tips even apply to mixed martial arts. So let's begin the video about speed and footwork mastery. So let's start off by what determines your speed in boxing or mixed martial arts. So one thing that determines your speed is your fast twitch muscle fiber. So let me explain, what is a fast twitch muscle fiber? Our body has two types of muscle fiber. One of them is fast twitch and one of them is slow twitch muscle fiber. We gotta max out the fast twitch muscle fiber to gain speed. Fast twitch muscle fibers are generally developed through high intensity and explosive workouts like sprinting and jumping, and they are beneficial to improve speed. Explosive and high intensity workouts push your body to do something in a limited time frame, which causes your body to get used to the intensity and it increases your speed. That is called interval training, pushing yourself with high intensity tasks like explosive landmine press or push-ups. Stuff like lightweight shoulder press for a lot of reps can be really beneficial to improve speed in combat sports. Let's talk about the second tip on how to improve speed for combat sports like boxing or mixed martial arts. It is shadow boxing with light dumbbells and resistance bands. This is the quickest way to improve speed and it does not take a long time. Just go grab some light dumbbells or resistance bands and start shadow boxing with it. Just make sure that they are light and below 5 pounds. It is very simple. Once you take off the resistance bands or the light dumbbells, you will see that your hands feel lighter and faster. It is because your body starts to adapt to weights and gets faster with it. So if you take off the weights, your speed should be even faster. Just grab some weights and try shadow boxing at your home if you can for a few minutes every 2 days. Put on some music if you feel bored, or you can watch some television while doing it. The great part about shadow boxing with dumbbells is that you can do it anywhere at any time if you have any object or some light weights on you. Let's talk about the third tip on how to improve speed for combat sports like boxing or mixed martial arts. The third tip is to open your hands slightly and punch, but when you are about to hit the target, close them. This is the most effective way and many people still don't know about it, especially beginners. If you punch with your palms closed, your hands get slower. It also improves punching power. You just need to do it at the right time. Don't leave your hands open when you are about to hit the target because it can cause you to get injured or it might not be powerful enough. Do it while shadow boxing. It feels so much better. This also makes you look like an expert when you are shadow boxing. You have to keep your hands loose. You have to remember that speed is not just built in one day. It takes a few months to see a massive difference. But things like keeping your hands loose and shadow boxing with dumbbells show results just within a few days or weeks. These were like the quickest ways to improve speed. When I started off, I used to keep my hands closed, and one of the guys at my gym pointed it out and it worked very well. Chances are your boxing coach has already taught you this. Remember that you should not keep your hands open all the time in a real boxing fight because you have to adapt to different situations more often and quickly. Let's talk about the fourth tip on how to master speed for combat sports like boxing or mixed martial arts. The fourth tip is to challenge yourself to get faster each time on mitt work. Challenging yourself every time is very important. And when you challenge yourself to get faster at mitt work, your speed and hand-to-eye coordination get faster, which causes you to react faster and punch faster at the same time. Mitt work is also one of the most fun things in combat sports. So it is fun, and usually people do so much better when they like doing something. You just need a guy to hold the mitts. Most of the time, your boxing coach should know how to do it because it's their job to train you. I don't really know if you can become a boxing coach if you can't hold the mitts. Mitt work can be done every day for a few minutes if you got someone who can hold it for you. Just get one of your homies to learn how to hold them, and you can gain an advantage against most people who fight. It improves all aspects of combat sports. Your defensive speed and reaction time gets better at the same time. Let's talk about the fifth on how to master speed for boxing or mixed martial arts. The fifth tip on how to master speed for boxing. This one is for defensive speed. To master defensive speed for combat sports like boxing or mixed martial arts, you need to use a slip bag and train. Slip bags are an excellent way to improve your slipping speed and reflexes at the same time. They are quite easy to make at home if you can't buy them. You can also make a slip line and use it for defensive drills and get faster. Boxing has countless drills, so you can't be out here making excuses about equipment. Using slip bags can also help with your footwork because you will be moving around. Remember that one training drill in boxing has many other benefits. But let's talk about the 6th tip on how to master speed for combat sports like boxing or mixed martial arts, which is using a reflex bag. Reflex bag requires good speed to use. Using a reflex bag can be beneficial because you have to be quick in order to get good at using it. It improves your timing, reflex, and speed all together. If you combine them all, you get better at boxing. Reflex bags can be hard to use when you start out, but once you gain more experience using it, you will get better. You can see videos of pro boxers using the reflex bag, and they are insanely fast. It requires a lot of training to reach at that level where people are impressed by you. Let's talk about the 7th tip in order to improve speed for boxing. It is hitting the heavy bag fast and bringing your hands back faster while breathing out. The reason why I'm talking about it is because once you can build up a habit of a perfect punch, which is not only speed, takes power and accuracy, you will be unstoppable. Hitting the heavy bag with a lot of repetition is very important because speed also comes from a lot of repetition. It is a common logic. The more you do something, the better you get at it. Hitting the heavy bag is also fun, and if you genuinely like it, you will train more and get faster. I have seen this all the time. People who don't really pay attention to their heavy bag training usually have a very slow speed. They might have power because of their genetics or something, but most of them punch very slow. In my experience, most people who go to the boxing gym are not even training seriously. It's just a few people who want to get better. It is certainly your own wish, but if you train on the heavy bag more often, you get faster. Let's talk about the 8th tip on how to master speed for boxing. And the 8th tip is using the speed bag and staying consistent in training. Using the speed bag can improve your hand speed, especially if you try and keep getting better at using it. It also improves your hand-to-eye coordination, which can be beneficial in fights, and staying consistent at these drills is very important. The speed takes time to build. Alright, so let's move on to footwork mastery for boxing. First tip on how to master footwork for boxing is to learn the basics of footwork. Let me cover the basics and how to learn it fast. The first thing you need to do is get a tape and stick it, or get any object which is straight in shape, and then you need to adjust your foot. One of your feet will be back and one will be front. Remember that each foot will be on a slightly different side. Once you have got that right, you should move 3 steps front and 3 steps back without making any mistake. Repeat it for a few minutes. You won't make many mistakes if your foot is touching the object or the tape. It is quite simple to do it for a few minutes, and then you can learn how to pivot, and then you should learn how to move sideways around the ring. That is most of footwork mastery. Once you have got that right, you should learn how to move freely around the ring without making any mistakes. Then let's move on to more advanced tips for footwork. Let's talk about the second tip on how to master footwork for boxing. The second tip to master footwork in boxing is to do quick ladder drills. I'm going to tell you some of the types of ladder drills you can do. The first one is throwing a jab and stepping on the ladder and going back fast, and another one is going back and forth from the side of the ladder very quickly. Just repeat it and try getting faster each time. You can also do jumping jacks and keep going in front. These are quick and effective drills to get better at footwork because they make your legs faster, which can help you out with footwork. If you don't have a ladder, you can just imagine there is a ladder in front of you. I am not gonna lie, it actually works. You can try out many different drills without having to buy a ladder. Let's talk about the third tip on how to master footwork for boxing, which is learning how to go in and out extremely fast without getting caught by your opponent. This is one of the most beneficial things for footwork. In my opinion, this is the most important thing you need to master if you want to start competing. Many people don't know how to fight against someone who is very good at closing in and maintaining distance fast. If you can get fast at this, you will gain a massive advantage against most people. It took me 2 months to get so much better at this because I would train every day for 30 minutes going in and out while shadow boxing. When I started boxing, I did not really like it, but once I got better at this and saw improvements while sparring, it started to feel so good. I surpassed many people who started before me just because of this. It has been the most beneficial thing, especially if you can learn how to throw a good jab. To be honest, if you take boxing seriously for like 6 months, you could probably beat most people at your gym, including some people who trained for years. But to get better than everyone, it can take many years. Let me tell you guys something, there really isn't many drills, so master footwork. It is quite simple. The last one is training legs and shadow boxing while focusing on footwork. The reason why shadow boxing can be helpful is because it can be done anywhere at any time, especially for footwork. You can learn how to pivot faster and learn defense and offense with your footwork. You should also stay consistent at it. Footwork is probably the easiest thing to master compared to things like head movement or reflexes.